Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is episode number 264 for the week of June 9th, 2019. I am Nemesis, and I am joined, as always, by Alca7raz.
Hello.
Yeah, I've actually been jumping back into Bloodborne after the Code Vein network test ended.
Oh.
I've been playing that again.
I got a little taste of it again, and you wanted more.
Yeah,
so
the only problem is because the controls are different, I keep screwing up and pressing the square button to attack. And, oh, crap.
Yep. None of that goes.
But yeah, beyond that, it's kind of been fun just kind of in there because I'm on like New Game +5, so things are a little different.
And G +5, because you play it so much.
Yeah, I was playing it a lot because I was waiting for you to go through the game once.
Yeah, you got a head start. And I don't play as many games as I used to.
I just remember, I was like, okay, you started playing it, and I was like, okay, I'll just go play until I get to catch up to you. Then I was waiting, and then, okay, just go through again, and again, and again.
And again, yes. Because you know what you're running into, and I didn't. So, first run's always the slowest.
And then I actually played a different account, so I could actually play the DLC finally. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I went back to this one. I was like, whoa, I'm really high level. Forgot. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're actually here to talk about ponies, believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of news, of course. We have the new Equestria Girls short to talk about, or newish. Of
Newish.
Yeah, once again, like we said last week, it came out during recording. It's definitely going to be one tomorrow after recording as well, not surprising.
Yep.
We have the new episode, well, newish again, episode.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of fan content at the end, so we'll go ahead and get started with some news. If you'd like to follow along, go to pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. It's spelled, again, LIBSYN, if you want more details and whatnot. So we'll go ahead and start with fandom stuff. I guess, sort of, this is a weird one. Daniel Ingram this is kind of that weird one.
Yeah.
But Daniel Ingram has started releasing acoustic covers of MLP songs on YouTube, and sometimes he includes guests, like I believe I've seen Black Griffin on there, but he's also had Peter New as well, and Vincent Tong, so there's that.
Yeah, it's Ingram actually mentioned this at Everfree
that he was going
to start doing stuff like this now that, he's not making any more music for the show because the show's done. So he's able to start listening to fandom music and start releasing stuff like this.
Woo! There we go.
I think it was 3 that he's released
at this point
so far. Yeah, one was the Flim Flam brothers and had Nate and Gabe.
Yeah, something like that.
Black Griffin and Basic, his brother, along with I can't remember who they had. It's the same one they sung at Everfree. They had Eiley Monty with them during that one. They didn't have Eiley Monty here. Then they did an I'll Fly acoustic cover, and they had the singing voice of Scootaloo singing, though, which was a bit interesting. Yeah. So, yeah, stuff like that.
Anyway, merchandise news. Toys R Us is returning to Australia and New Zealand, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that's going to go. Hasbro's apparently one of the people helping make this happen, but okay.
Yeah,
companies, I should say.
Apparently it's just those pop-up stores like we'd been hearing was going to happen.
That was in the U.S. I'm not sure exactly the exact details, but yeah, TFW 2005 actually has a much more comprehensive post about it than Equestria Daily does, so there you go.
Yeah. I think Transformers would probably have a little bit more time invested into. Well,
this is the thing. Apparently, Transformers has not been mentioned at all in regard to this partnership.
Yeah. But I mean, just in general, the Transformers fandom, I guess, is a little bit been more active on finding news about stores and toy releases.
The news is their post is way more competent because Equestria Daily is like, just here's the thing.
It's a thing. Go figure it out on your own.
Here's what's going on. Here's some details. Here's some videos. Here's some sources. There you go.
Yeah.
Source your stuff better, Seth. And the My Little Pony baking book is now available if you want to, make pony-inspired recipes.
And see people complain that it's not adult enough.
It's supposed to be fun for kids, you nerds.
You are not the target audience.
People were really complaining about that?
Yeah, I saw one of those things. I don't think it was... I think it was like an Amazon review.
Oh, because I'm like, okay, sure. In comic news, iTunes has a preview of Friendship is Magic number 78, which I believe is the final finale of the Cosmos arc.
See how it all comes together.
Yeah, I believe that's actually coming out this coming week. So hopefully we have our issues in time to talk about next time.
Hopefully.
And the other bit of comic news, the synopsis for issue 2 of the MLP manga and the cover for issue 3 have been revealed. And that synopsis is, the Great Cake Bake Festival is tomorrow. All of Ponyville is head over hooves with excitement as they prepare. But then, the big day never arrives. Each new day is still always the day before the festival. In fact, it seems like it's been the day before the festival for as long as any pony can remember. What could possibly be the reason? A mysterious artifact from ancient Mesopotamia? Is Discord up to his old tricks? Hopefully some pony can solve the mystery and set things right.
So, a little bit of inspiration from Groundhog Day.
Yeah. And final bit of news, Friendship is Magic stuff. My Little Pony Live has been announced for 2020.
Yeah.
It's a live show that they're going to be doing. It's, okay. Is this? I hope this is not their entire plan for 2020.
Yeah.
Because apparently, Boulder Media's outright said, no, we're not doing more Equestria Girls stuff right now.
Yeah.
Which is like, So what, is this really their plan to keep the brand awareness going during that year, the off year? Because like,
I don't know.
It's also weird because you got the vectors there on the front page, and it's like it's the movie vectors changed to be more like the show vectors. Huh. So I guess we're gonna do more live action things. Hopefully Twilight can stay on stage this time.
You remember that cliff falling off the side of the stage?
And that's the news.
Yep.
Once again, not a lot because again everything's winding down because the show is ending.
Yep.
That's your little dose of reality.
Oh, will never end.
Yeah. Anyway, another thing we do have, of course, is the Equestria Girls short, the 5 lines you need to stand in.
Yep.
Or Pinky tells you about lines you need to stand in at the festival because apparently lines are exciting. Apparently.
Well, yeah. Why else would we go to LineCon?
Yeah, so it's just Pinky tells you about the lines and like eats gross nachos, and we see a character who's not Celestia but looks a lot like Celestia.
Yes.
And of course, there's the bathroom line, which is like, yeah, I guess you do need to stand in that at some point, but I'm surprised they're like, hey, yeah, here we go.
Just the line that just goes around the tree for whatever reason.
I don't know. Oh boy,
they're very good at queuing.
Must be British. Yeah, but it's just I'm surprised they actually were able to get the bathroom stuff in there. Considering how weirdly hesitant they are about it. Sometimes
can't show bathrooms because people don't use bathrooms at all. That's not a thing.
Potty
right?
dance.
Potty.
Yeah. Then now let's do a conga. Oh boy. Oh no. Now there's a bunch of wet pants.
It's not the first time they had
I know.
It had Pinky needing to use a restroom in the show.
I know. But it's just kind of, I think for whatever reason with human stuff, they seem to be more hesitant about some things.
Ew, bodily functions.
Ew. Well, yeah, they are gross.
They're kind of gross, but it's something. Remember, everybody poops.
It's just like Pat from Castle Super Beast. It's so disgusting. I hate it. It's fine. It's just just kind of weird. But yeah, apparently the next short is going to premiere after we record. It's supposedly the Siren short.
Oh.
So hopefully that's the case, and hopefully it's good because it's supposed to be a music video.
Oh yay, Siren music video. Of course it'll be a music video. It's Siren.
Of course. It's one of the things. How are they going to do a music video if they can't sing anymore? Oh no.
This could be really good or really bad.
That's Equestria Girl stuff. So we'll move on to the new episode for this week. Yeah, the quote-unquote new episode. New for U.S. audiences if you didn't already watch the Italian version.
The leaks, yes.
Well, not leaked because it was officially
yes.
It's not a leak.
It's not a leak.
Just bad scheduling.
Unfortunate air times.
Yeah. Anyway, this one is Student Counsel. So quick synopsis, let's see. Trixie wants to spend time with Starlight. Starlight's too attached to her student counselor job for a long time and keeps messing things up with her trying to spend time together and get ready for Maud's little party thing. And then eventually Starlight's tells Silverstream, okay, yeah, I'm just going to go off and you can figure things out yourself. Bye. It's like that. And then they go to the party and then turns out Silverstream went missing and then she has a project. Turns out she had a project on cockatrices that she's doing. So they're like freaking out. She's been somewhere in the Everforest. They go there, get into hijinks, and then they eventually find Silverstream at that treehouse thing, and then Starlight learns a lesson about not spending too much time at work. That's essentially it.
Essentially, yeah.
I don't like this episode that much. It's a lot of things, actually. There's quite a few about the things about this episode I don't like. For one, obvious one is Starlight. I don't like her. I still think she's not particularly good in this episode. Trixie's kind of annoying. It's got Mudbriar in it, and I really hate Mudbriar. Sunburst ain't particularly good. The only thing that's really good about this one, honestly, is Maud. Even Silverstream was kind of dumb in this one. And on top of that, I feel like a lot of the actual story itself is kind of messy and unfocused, oddly enough. By the way, it's written by Josh Haber.
Right, so I will quote you on the messiness and the Mudbriar for certain. Mudbriar just gets on my nerves. I'm less so on the rest of that. I didn't feel put off by like Starlight's. I guess I didn't feel like she was like the wrong choice for this episode. It's still not my number one episode because of other issues. So I'm not gonna say it was a good kind of a thing. I actually didn't find Trixie all that annoying.
Well, she's probably the least annoying of the annoying characters.
Yeah, I did kind of enjoy Trixie in this episode. But yeah, I think for me the biggest one is the messiness, like you said. It's there's an obvious moral that they're trying to portray here. An obvious one. It's the whole keep a good work life.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Yeah. A work-life balance. You have to keep a good work-life balance. But it gets messy at times. It's like, it starts off obvious. Yes, gotta keep them you gotta keep them well balanced and separated and such like that. But then it kind of throws this, oh wait, but if you screw it up, it's like, and then Starlight's freaking out because Silverstream's missing and it's all Starlight's fault, and it doesn't really counter that because it wasn't her fault.
Yeah, it's like I said, messy.
And it doesn't, so it gets really muddy as to and then at the very end they try and go back to it and reinforce. No, you need to do keep it. So
honestly, it's like the end was like trying to really undo the messiness. Rest, like a good chunk of this, like half the episode is they're trying to undo. It's like, no, wait, hold on, wait, no.
We got to really make sure we got the moral right because we made a mess of it.
It's like hard to look at the episode is really putting Starlight on blast for brushing off Silverstream. And it's weird because it's like then you have to spend like the last few minutes trying to undo that, and so it's kind of a bizarre mixed message.
Yeah, that's my biggest issue with it is the messiness of the story that they're trying to.
I'll be honest,
tell.
it's almost I'm watching it. I kind of feel like this the whole cockroaches thing was almost weirdly tacked on.
A bit. I think it's one of those. Like they needed something and grabbed that, and
it just was a weird thing because we spent a long time on just cockatrices and them being chased by them and stuff, and then
you mean cockatrice?
Yeah, cockatrice.
Because they kept changing. They changed the pronunciation from season 1. Cockatrice.
Yeah, they kept going cockatrice, and it's like I'm gonna keep going cockatrice. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the voice director changed between the two. Probably. It's been a few years.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Yeah, and so it really feels like there was a large chunk of times like we need we need to get to here. We don't have.
They needed a plot device, and that's what they picked.
Because this episode's kind of short. Let's make this cockatrice chase sequence make it fairly long, just to make it fill some time. Because we don't have to spend that much time on it, but we're going to because we need to. Yeah,
it did feel like filler.
Which, funny enough, I'm hearing some people say that's the best part of the episode is the cockatrice.
It was kind of fun, but so it's like it wasn't bad filler, but it was still obviously filler. You get that sometimes in shows. It's like, it's kind of fun to watch. It was like, it Sounds of Silence, the whole opening thing with the train manager.
Oh, yeah.
That was completely filler. It was great. It was completely filler, though, and unnecessary, and probably took away from time that they could have better used elsewhere. But it was still really funny and good.
Yeah, I remember saying.
But it was still filler.
I think the other thing, I was actually reading some people's reactions to this episode, and I think I've noticed a lot of people who also don't like this episode, they might have the same thing we do, which is it feels like it's kind of a weirdly messy plot and moral and everything.
Yeah.
And some people, Starlight wasn't particularly great, and or it wasn't bad, wasn't great, and like Mudbriar's still annoying. And
Mudbriar's still annoying.
But the other thing
I'm neutral on Starlight.
I'm noticing a lot of the positive reaction are just, ooh, woo, Star Tricks. That's pretty much it.
They're so totally a thing.
People are so enamored with it, they just can't. They're not seeing that the episode itself is actually not particularly well written.
Yeah, you've got to be able to see both. Like, I think the Star Treks, the shipping fuel there is absolutely great. It's totally there.
I'm just the only problem is like I'm gonna have to say no. I don't like the ship because I never liked the characters in the first place. It's hard to like a ship when you don't like either character.
It is. It is hard to like them.
So
when you don't like them.
I'm just like because it is pretty obviously presented in the beginning, very much in the beginning with the picnic and stuff, like very much as that Trixie is acting like a upset spouse.
Yeah.
Who's like, you're always at work all the time now.
You don't have any time for me.
Yeah, I'm trying to spend time together. We are spending time together.
No, you're not. You just left.
Starlight basically made herself a beeper.
Yeah, basically. That would confuse me a little bit, because all of a sudden she's got this wristband, but they did explain that later, so that wasn't an issue.
I had to explain your hoof is glowing. I don't know how you tell you this, but your hoof is glowing.
That was funny.
Yeah.
But well, I mean, because all of a sudden they showed up in the beginning, right in the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
Starlight's got this wristband. Where the heck did that come from? And then they explained it.
Well,
so
yeah, of course they explain it. They're going to explain something like random new thing.
Not always. There have been times where
it's just a ring.
Here's a new thing. No, the whole thing is, I've seen this, or they just, here's a new thing. It's just a thing now,
this
I guess.
This is not Index, though.
You're totally right. That's probably where I'm remembering too.
By the way, about this show specifically. This show's usually pretty good, at least giving you the basics, so you at least understand what's going on.
Yeah, they tend not to just throw things at you completely out of the blue without at least giving them some explanation later, and that's what this one did. Threw it at you and then explained it, which is a common trope.
It's not really even a trope. That's just
not a trope, but
narrative.
It's a I guess. What's the difference between a trope and a narrative device or a narrative style?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, the mod was definitely the best part of this episode. Just
Mudbriar gets turned to stone. I didn't think I could love him anymore.
We could still have a party.
A search party.
Yeah. There's a long beat where she's just looking at everyone. It's like, wait, what? Mod, what the hell are you doing? What do you mean you can still have a party? We're just going to forget everything. I think it was the real reason there was a problem in the first place, because Silverstream didn't bother telling you when she was going to be hanging out in the treehouse.
Yep.
Doing her project. It's like,
Oh, yeah, in the treehouse. It's like...
Still not great.
Again, they start looking for her, and it's like, did you check her room? Oh, I didn't check her. It's like...
Starlight's kind of dumb sometimes.
Like, yeah, and they even realize, oh, yeah, the treehouse. I should have looked there first. Well, you should have looked there second. The first one should have been her room. Why did you not even check until someone had to tell you?
Yeah, once again.
Okay, Starlight.
Silverstream's brother, Starlight. I can't remember the name of.
Tarabar.
Yeah. That name.
Tarabar.
Yeah, that name.
Did you check her room? Why did you check her room? Why is that not the first place?
Yeah, all I'm looking at, wow, that's actually, the treehouse is way gaudier than the castle could ever hope to be.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, geez, like looking at, oof. It looks so out of place. But yeah, the cockatrices, we got a whole bunch of them because they stumbled into a flock of them because of migration or whatever.
Migration. Yes, because apparently they're not communal, they're solo.
Yeah.
Isolationist.
And Mudbriar got turned to stone, which is the best part, because
he finally shuts up.
Every single time, at least I'm glad other characters beyond Pinky are also like, hey, yeah, he is pretty annoying.
Yep. Like Trixie. Actually, not another word. Don't say it.
Pop you in the mouth.
Yeah.
The thing was, they got chased by cockatrices, and then they go to the castle, the ruined castle of the two sisters where the treehouse is. They close the door behind them, and somehow, even though there's no walls anymore, the cockatrices who can fly can't get in.
It's like, what it reminds me of is, you see pictures of like gates on like a field that has a path, and there's a gate over the path. No fence,
just a gate.
Just a gate.
People don't go around the gate; they go through the gate.
And the gate is closed. Like, great security. That's what it reminded
Weirdly
me
enough,
of.
that sometimes works on people. It's like, oh, I guess we're not supposed to go here. Walk away. Yeah, there's kind of nothing really stopping you. Not really.
Yeah. One of the ones you see that you can see where the path around it has been worn down
Yep.
from people just walking around.
But yeah, it's just like, that was a weird thing. It's
It's
like,
just like it's clearly open all the way around it.
there is nothing stopping these cockatrices from going through except for
Maybe
narrative.
they're just really stupid. I don't know.
Except just because that's just the way it is. It's just, you could just feel Haber going, no, don't think about that. Don't think about that.
About it.
And I'm thinking about it because it's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
And also we got Starlight just looking right into the eyes of a cockatrice and somehow coming out fine, but sure.
Yeah, maybe you have to look into it for more than a second.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they're pulling a
She's got,
Moffat.
she got plot armor over her eyes.
Maybe they're pulling a Stephen Moffat
Oh.
with the Doctor Who stuff and the Angels. God, the first Angel episode, and that one came out, and it was I actually really enjoyed it. But then it got really popular, so they kept doing stuff and kept changing how the Angels worked.
Yeah.
It's
Like, surprised me. Haber likes it,
Oh.
just randomly change the lore or whatever. He has done it before. Well, the poor student who was just trying to get to Starlight and just Trixie kept shutting the door on him and stuff. And I
That
just
was
like
great.
the bit where he kind of sticks his head in and slowly backs up. And just one hoof at one another.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, there's some good little bits here and there, but overall, as an actual episode, it is a mess. At best, this is a messy episode. It just, I think people aren't seeing it because they see something else they really want, you know? And I've done this before where it's like, I've admitted, like, it's an episode I really like but I'm able to admit it does have problems. I'm not saying, oh, it's a great episode. I'm like, yeah, it's a light episode that has a lot of problems. I still like it. This is
that is a key, and I think we've touched on this before, is you have, at least in what I try and do, is like, you have to see the reasons why it can go both ways. Try and understand your biases, but also when you understand them, you can try and see it without and try and look beyond it, and don't get so focused on the one thing you like, or on the other side, don't get so focused on the one thing you dislike that you can't see the other parts as well. Don't ignore the things you don't like just so you can like something, but don't go, nope, I saw this one thing I don't like, and that's all I'm going to see anymore. It's like when one character just happens to show up in the episode, don't just completely disregard the entire episode because one character happens to be in it, even if you don't like the character.
I'm feeling attacked right now.
Hey, I have to... We both hate Mudbriar, okay?
Someone said he was better in this episode than the first. Like, no, he
No,
wasn't.
it was not any better or worse.
Still just as
It was
bad.
Exactly the same. God. Well, actually...
I saw this. Well, someone made this big, long post about how it's different. It's better now because we're seeing him from Starlight's perspective and not Pinky's perspective. And
it's
like,
the same.
He's still the,
He's acting the same.
Oh, yeah, and apparently somehow Silverstream tamed a cockatrice, so that's that thing. That's a thing, I guess.
I guess.
You figure out how to trigger her nesting instinct. Okay.
Okay. I mean...
Sure.
Fluttershy was able to use the stare.
That would just made it kind of get
and that
scared
one
and
was
run
just
away.
like... just instilled fear into it.
Yeah.
And even then, that almost cost Fluttershy.
I'm still amazed they bothered to build a train line all the way out to Mount Eris. Like, how far away is that? It's implied to be pretty far away from the movie. And
Yeah, it's
like,
in the
we just gotta
southern shore.
build
path.
a train all the way out there, and it only takes like an hour
It's
to get
magic.
there by train.
It's magic. Don't think about it. It's
I'm
magic.
thinking about it. Yeah, there's some weird problems here, and there's some problems that are actually honestly kind of fixable.
When there's, who knows, maybe they have spices, so the trade lines get opened up real quick.
Yeah, maybe they have gold,
Oil.
Oh yeah,
They have
oil.
oil.
You say?
I'm just remembering Gordon Ramsay jokes.
Yep.
So oily, the U.S. wants to invade it.
Yeah. Going back to I think the plot stuff. What was it? I was thinking of the because they spent so long hammering this idea that Starlight is addicted to work, a workaholic, basically. And they spent so long hammering on that, And like, okay, because that was the whole, I guess, the whole moral. And then they went into when she finally, okay, you know what? You're right. I need to stop working.
I need to put boundaries here.
Yeah.
It goes,
No, you
Silverstream's
shouldn't. Brother comes on and just guilt trips her for daring to turn away a student who needs help. Well, let's be honest, Silverstream was asking for really less than great help.
Yeah, it was not.
Silverstream was kind of being a little overly dependent on Starlight. It seemed like actually a large chunk of the students are being a little overly dependent on Starlight now.
That is actually a thing. Having absolutely no boundaries and letting people do
that was kind of not well explained either until like, although I did like how Silverstream was like, actually your advice wasn't very good anyway. What? They just keep rolling. Conversation just keeps rolling. Yeah, you don't get to object. Yeah, that was that part. Yeah, but overall, it's like I'm surprised so many people are calling this the best episode of the season. I'm like,
I guess it depends on what you're in it for.
It was very much. I'm seeing most of it is ooh woo Star Treks. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, if you're really not hard set on story, then you can look past that, and you don't really care about that, which I don't understand. But that's me because I'm in it for the story. So if the story's messed up, that really hurts it. Well, but I guess some people are just in it for other little things. The interaction, Trixie, I think Trixie and her demeanor throughout, I think, was actually fairly good.
Yeah,
I liked
one of
Trixie.
Her better portrayals, but she's still not the
I thought it was
character.
All of her faces and interactions and like the opening with all the teacups and all the faces and her getting really ticked, peeved, I should say, if we want to use. Yes. Yeah, it was great. So if that's what you're in it for, yeah, I can see why you like it, but I think it does really miss on the story.
I'm always in for character-driven stuff. The problem is when I don't like the characters, then I'm going to see the story, and well, if the story is not so hot, then well, it's a little harder for me to enjoy.
Yeah. And who knows? This could be a character-driven. It could be a good character growth moment for Starlight. Unfortunately, we've seen in the past where character growth moments for Starlight that have happened seem to kind of get forgotten within the next couple episodes. Like, here's a moment of growth, and
we're gonna undo it, and then do it again,
it's gone.
And then undo it and do it again, and then we're gonna insist that she's totally ready now.
To be fair, this has happened to the main six as well.
Fluttershy, not main six, pretty much just Fluttershy.
Fluttershy has been a big one with the whole we have to keep reteaching how to find your strength.
It's also weird. What was it I was thinking of?
Although sometimes it does take more than once to really learn a lesson.
Another episode kind of like borrows a little heavily from Twilight's characterization to flesh out Starlight, and it's like, let's make her let's make her blame herself constantly for something that's not really her fault.
Yeah,
that sounds familiar.
Well, unfortunately, it sounds familiar in multiple different directions. Twilight, yes. Real life, yes.
Yeah, I'm talking about specifically characters. Like Twilight does that a lot. She did a lot where she blames herself, even if it's really not her fault.
Because I'm the responsible one. I'm the one who's supposed to take care of this.
I'm the one who takes care of these idiots.
This is my job, so it's my fault if it doesn't happen. It's like, not all the time. Sometimes, but not really. Yeah. Not all the time.
You take time for yourself, but don't take time for yourself, because what if your stupid student goes off in the woods by themselves?
You cannot be responsible for every other person's happiness and well-being.
But it's your fault, though.
But it's your job. Only in certain times. There are limits to my responsibilities.
I have to sleep sometime.
Yeah.
Or do I?
Yeah, that would definitely be a Starlight thing to do. That was
a Twilight thing to do, remember?
Oh, yeah, that was.
That was a Twilight thing. But Starlight's not like Twilight at all.
Use magic to solve the problem, even at the expense of oneself. Although Starlight tended to use magic at the expense of other people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's our key issue with Starlight, is her tendency to use magic at the expense of others instead of herself.
It was kind of funny seeing Trixie going, I know how to do this. I know how to find her. They just go around in circles for a while.
I like her explanation, though. Yeah. Whenever I don't want to find them, I do this and I find them. Like, okay. Yeah. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that makes sense. Except now you actually do want to find them, so that's why it doesn't work.
Murphy's Law. I hate Murphy so much. And he
hates you.
I know. The feeling is mutual.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah.
It's definitely an interesting episode, multifaceted. I don't think it's great. I think the execution is flawed,
Super flawed.
and that definitely hurts it. It
Mhm.
puts it at the midpoint, maybe below it for the season. But it does have little gems here and there to pick at,
But Rarity
to
wasn't
find.
in there.
Yeah, well, Rarity will find the good in anything. That's, yeah.
Even when you really have to dig for it.
Even when you really have to dig, that's her. Yeah, she can do it. She has
Eventually.
a spell for it. Oh
Might
yeah,
take her some
what
time.
the heck is a flowering stick?
I don't know.
No one else knew.
No one knows. What's a flowering stick? even Roseluck, who should know, possibly should know, I don't know what a flowering stick is. And she just tries to glue
him on.
And looking so adorable when she gets caught.
Oh yes, that was great.
I want vector of that.
Yes, it's bound to happen. It was a key frame, so keyframes.
It's really
Animation puns. Yeah. Oh right, one teeny little niggling thing that I noticed. When Starlight was having meetings with all those students, she left the door open for the meeting. Open door policy does not mean the door stays open when you're talking to a student.
Boy, does not.
That's bad. That's a privacy problem. If it's a critical issue, you want privacy, or they're not going to be able to tell you. You're supposed to keep that confidential. So don't leave your door open. It's definitely an episode, and it's, as you were saying, some people really like it, so there's going to be some, I guess, fandom split on it.
Yeah, a little bit. Although I'm noticing leaning towards positive because, again, I've noticed this fandom's not. Sometimes some people in this fandom are not the best at discerning quality.
Well, that just goes for the entire human population. Just look at our current political situation.
Yeah, look at that. Look how popular the Bayformers movies for a while.
Any group you're gonna find that. Or also, what's your definition of quality? It's gonna change between people. Sometimes you can actually say objective quality. Sometimes you really can't. What your idea of quality isn't exactly objective. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't.
Right. So, yeah, I think that's it for the episad.
Yeah,
it
wasn't
great.
gonna start ranting on random other topics.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
It wasn't. It's bad execution that could have been a lot better.
I probably still wouldn't have liked it that much, honestly.
I probably would have liked it a lot more.
I probably would not
you
like it that
probably
much.
wouldn't, but I would have. I could see that it had potential that it didn't get properly executed on.
Anyway, so that's it for that. So we'll go ahead and move on to fan content, which means music.
Back to me, as I do have music this week. I've got 2 songs that I found that I want to feature. The first one, and I'm hoping I'm going to pronounce this right, Richentaker, or Richentaker's cover of Hush Now, Quiet Now. This is a really cool metal instrumental cover on a really old song. I really like the execution on it, on the little things that they change here and the little key changes, especially one later in it, they dropped a key, like we went into a minor key and gave it kind of a dark tone a bit before bouncing back. It was just really well done, really neat.
Yeah, taking a lullaby and turning into a rock song is kind of a novel thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that key change there. I was like, got all dark there for a second. Yep. Oh no, the baby's a demon.
So normal then.
Oh no. What is this commentary on babies?
Little hell spawns.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yep. The second song I have is Direct Current's Troubleshooting. it's just a neat little song. I love a good chiptune, and this has got a nice little beat to it, and I love the little riff, and it's interesting. It's got a like happy emotion to it. It's just really fun.
Yeah. 16-bit song, really. It's kind of like
Very
something
chiptuney.
Yeah, very much something you'd hear on SNES.
Yep.
Or SNES. Well, boy, there's some people who will argue to death if you say that wrong. Yeah, and it also has an adventure-y feel to it.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, I bet there is.
And yeah, it's one of 4 songs off a little EP that Direct Current just put out. It's apparently inspired by the EQG main 7 going into like the cyber world to help an AI with a friendship problem. So that's why it's all chiptune and adventure-y.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yep, it's fun. Go check it out.
Mm.
That's all the songs I got.
Yeah. That's music. I do not have a new fanfic this week, but
Ooh.
You didn't have new music last week. Shut up. And then new update. The Worst of All Possible Worlds got 3 new chapters.
3.
Yeah, and end the arc.
Yep.
Which got a heist.
Yeah.
There's a heist.
Love a good heist.
The heist kind of went a little fast, honestly.
It did go a little fast, but
yeah, they've solved the problem and stuff, and Sunset's on her way, and apparently she's now wingless again, which is boo.
Aww. Boo. It had to happen eventually.
It didn't.
Yes, it did. We were going back to a world we already knew, so we had to undo any changes.
But it looks like we're finally... because according to the author, it looks like we only got like a handful of chapters left.
Yeah.
They said there's nothing going to be posted this next coming week, but then after that goes 3 more chapters, and it should be done. So it's kind of good, because I'll be honest, it's like after a while, you're kind of like, okay, it's getting a little
long in a tooth.
There's only so many times you can do this before you're like, okay.
Before we've reiterated the same story.
Yeah, because it is at this point just shy of 400,000 words. Yeah. It's probably going to come close to breaching it. Not quite, but yeah, we're almost there. It's almost done. So that's the fic.
Yep.
The update to fic.
Yep.
And that means we're actually done at the end of the episode here.
Hey.
If you liked what you heard, you can listen to past and future episodes on pony411.libsyn.com. Again, that's spelled Libsyn. All the episodes are there, along with a bunch of links to the things I'm about to talk about over the course of the next few minutes. You can find us also on, if you search for Pony411, you can find us on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. And with Google Play in particular, you have to go to play.google.com/music, or else it doesn't work because reasons.
Yeah.
You can also find us on youtube.com/pony411. Like, comment, subscribe there if you want. New episodes will show up there as they do. You know, that's how things work. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
We're also on Ponyville Live, ponyvillelive.com. You know, new episodes do show up there every time we release. It's the YouTube version, but if you want to find it that way, you can also find other podcasts there and radio stations. And one of those radio stations is Ponyville FM, where we air every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. You check us out there, along with live DJs and music and whatnot all throughout the day. If you want to contact us, you can go do so via email, pony411podcast@gmail.com. Questions, comments, criticisms. What do you think of this episode? Are we completely off the mark for some reason? Or are we totally right and people just aren't seeing the problems with this episode? Whatever. Or you just have a news tip for whatever reason. You can do that. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Like us there. See new episodes as they come out. Hopefully in the next week or so, we'll be putting up pictures of Everfree Northwest.
Yes, I finally went through and processed a whole bunch of them.
I had other stuff to do before I could actually get around to getting those posted.
Yeah.
And there's also Twitter. We're at Pony411. You can follow us there. Like, retweet, all that stuff. We'll be posting new episodes when they show up there, and also just random things as they happen.
Things.
You also, follow our personal Twitters. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and he's at Alcatraz with 717 and an underscore at the end. I've been, I haven't actually been tweeting that much recently.
Yeah, I never tweet all that often.
I complained a little bit at Bandai Namco, so there's that.
Yeah, once we get those images up, I might post some as well on my personal.
Gasp.
Well, I took them.
Yeah. But there's also, of course, our other podcast, New to Weeaboo. We're about to release, shortly after this releases, we'll be releasing a new episode of that. So you can go and follow that, at New to Weeaboo or newtoweeaboo.libsyn.com if you want to check that stuff out. But that's it for this episode. Tune in next week. We'll be actually talking about The Last Crusade.
The Last Crusade.
I believe that is what it's called. I gotta double check that.
I think there was one thing I got spoiled.
The Last
on.
Crusade, yeah, that is the one. It is a big one for sure.
Yeah, if it's the one I'm thinking of, then yes.
Join us then. We'll talk about that. But until then, though, please pony responsibly. Bye.
See ya.